Did I ever say, did I also mention today's my birthday? So this is what I chose to do on my birthday. Work on bikes. So much fun. Brr. Man, we're doing this the wrong time of the year. All right. Day 3, attempt 3, log 3, episode 3. Back on the CMX250 Honda, 1986. This is fun stuff. If you watched episode 2, you know where we left off. So today's episode is going to be fun. We are fully ready to have this thing test fire. So today we bought the new spark plugs for it. So we're going to install new spark plugs for this bike, as well as get the oil changed on the bike as well. Where is the bike? Why am I doing this wrong? Here you go. Hey, there it is. So we're going to change the spark plugs on this, and we are going to change the oil on it. We've got the oil, we've got the spark plugs. I want to try something different. I know the carbs need to be cleaned on this bike, but I feel like we're very close to just test firing this thing and let it run. So I bought a fuel additive, which basically is going to run through the carburetor. We're going to have to run through an umbilical that I bought for the bike because obviously, as you can see, the gas tank is off the bike. It is completely rusted. And with it being so cold outside and it's already snowed the last couple of days, I feel like that's going to have to be on hold. So we can still test fire this bike. We can still get it up and running. Well, more importantly, not just test fire it, we can get this thing full-blown running. So that's the objective today. So we're going to do the spark plugs. We're going to do the oil change, as I know I keep repeating myself because I'm just so excited to get this thing up and running. And once we do that, we're going to hook the umbilical cord to it with fresh gas, 90 octane, along with the Seafoam additive. And we'll go over that when we get to that point. And we're gonna let it run. Now, I'm not gonna get excited if it runs. I have a feeling that once we get it running, it's still gonna take a little bit for the carbs to take in the fuel additive. I'm fully anticipating this bike to run and idle with no assist from the throttle, but we do know the throttle is gummed up. We do know that the carbs are more than likely gummed up. 97% sure that the carbs are gummed up. So by putting this fuel additive in it, more than likely is going to eat whatever's in the carbs to a point. At least let it warm up and run through the umbilical cord with all the fuel that we put in it. Once that's done, maybe we'll let it sit for a day and then we'll come back at it and fire it back up with another round of the additive and 90 octane. Now it is a really small umbilical. I should show you this. This is the umbilical. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to attach it to the bike. There's little hangers inside. We'll attach it to here. And on the bottom, there's a port with a fuel line that's stored inside. But you plug the fuel line in here, and then it'll go right here into the carburetor. It should have a good spark and good compression. As you know, in the last video, we did the compression test. It should run on its own power. We have more than enough proof that this bike can do it, given the condition that it's in. The only thing that we're not going to have correct is the correct airflow to compression or airflow fuel intake, whatever the correct lingo is. That being said, because we don't have the air filter on, so it's already going to get way too much air going into the engine. So that means it should idle, but I don't know how much throttle response we're going to get from it. But that's not the point for today. Today, let's just get it up and running. So let's do that. Spark plugs, oil change, get it up and running. We're probably going to see a lot of white smoke in the beginning. And then we'll celebrate as long as it stays running and go from there. I have a feeling, more than have a feeling, that this is going to fire today. So let's see what happens. So spark plugs on this is a 17 deep socket. And these should only be hand tight because, we've already gone through this. It's a cold day. Very cold day. It's burr.
Oh, for sure.
Very, very, very cold. As you remember, that's what the spark plug looks like. Pretty charred, pretty burnt. We're gonna replace those. Do the other side. Oh, like I love. It wasn't even torqued. I think it's out. Nope. It's not out yet. Oh, there it is. Again, look. Pretty charred, pretty burnt. So, there is torque specs to these spark plugs. We're gonna just hand tighten these and give it a little bit of elbow grease after that. The spark plugs we got are the same NKR or NKGR CR6HSs, AutoZone, not a sponsor. Had them in stock, so same ones, gaps already preset, which is pretty nice. All we got to do is just plug and play. Just to take a look, you know, that's charred. That's brand new. So, and that's what we're looking at. Like, look how much it bent on the old one compared to the new one. Like, that's a considerable gap. Unbelievable. But they are the same model. So this should be fun. So I'm going to just hand thread them because, once again, this is aluminum. But thank God we're doing this in the cold because you do not want to do spark plugs. I'm not saying you don't want to do spark plugs in the summer, but you don't want to do spark plugs on a hot engine. You got to make sure it's stone cold because if you misthread these, goodbye engine. Well, not goodbye engine, but it turns into a bigger headache. Oh, it's getting tighter. All right, right now, that's tight, right? I can keep twisting. I think we're good right there. Maybe a little more. I want to go into like, here we go. Perfect. I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want to break anything. I'll put the plug back on. Oh. What was I thinking about doing videos in the winter time? Burn. Well, it'll be kind of fun to work on that thing next.
You telling me this isn't fun?
Huh?
You telling me this isn't fun?
Oh, we're almost done with this.
Yeah.
After this, it's just cleaning out. The carburetor is going to be fun. That's going to be a couple hours to do, but wow. So it feels like it's tight and it needs to be tightened more, but I think that's just because it's a lock washer. I don't want to go too crazy on the tightness. That feels pretty good. You know, the wires look good. There's no scoring on the bottom, so that tells me right there it's not, you know, the wires are pretty good. I'm a little concerned about this, but I think that's just the rubber coating up there.
Yeah, because this is the same part as this. Yeah. It moves around, so.
I think we're good. All right, pushed all the way down. And that's it. Spark plugs, super easy. Everything's tight, secure. This will have a good spark. All right, now the oil. 250s are very easy to work on. They're pretty much the same for every year the 250 was ever made. When you take this cover off on this side, you're going to have two things. You're going to have your crankshaft, because that needs to be lubricated, and then you're going to have your oil pump on this side. This is what this little bowl is. This is your oil pump on inside this crank, or inside this part of your engine. Inside here where the oil pump is, there should be a screen that's attached to the oil pump, basically sucks up all the oil and distributes it where it needs to go in the engine. There is a part specific for the screen that you can take off. Now, I'm not going to do that in today's episode. In fact, I would need more time, and I would rather do it in warmer temperatures because when you take this cover off, there is a gasket here. I don't have that gasket. On top of that, I'm pretty sure the screen for the oil pump, if I just changed that, I'm sure the screen here is brittle. So I don't want to cause more problems than I have to by redoing the gasket and then having to take off the screen and then putting a new screen on when I could just change out the oil pump and the gasket. So I'm just going to leave it be. I think it'll be fine just putting new fresh oil in it, which is great. Oil changes on the 250, super, super easy. All you got to do is you take the cap off to fill it, get some airflow going through there, and then it should just be, and I could be wrong, I'll have to figure out the correct millimeter, but there's a bolt underneath the engine here. So it's on the other side. Man, they got this all, the setup on this all weird and wonky. Fill the engine on the one side, but then to drain it's on this side. All right, so, man, they put that in such a weird spot.
Do you want me to keep this going?
Yeah. So,
What bolt do we take?
it's right in there.
What bolt?
That's the bolt. It's not gonna focus very good.
I know, I have it in my hand.
So unfortunately, we kind of had to put the bike on a stand. You can do this without a stand, but it is tight quarters in there. Definitely can't get a socket on it. All right, that nut is a 17 millimeter. You had to actually use the wrench to crack it open. It was a bitch to get off.
The screw is like really long.
Let's see if we can get a good angle. There we go. That's a perfect angle where the screw is. Ever so slowly, it's coming. But we cracked it open. That's okay. If it drops in there, it's good. There's the oil. There we go. Nice. That's where your drain plug. So it is on the left side, is what we probably call the left side of the engine if you're sitting on it.
That's some yummy oil.
That's black. It's black as black.
That's some yummy oil.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to get this bolt back in there?
You gotta put your finger in when it's done. Can I see the bottom of the bolt though?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It looks brand
Pretty
new.
clean.
Yeah, it looks brand new.
Pretty clean. All right, and it even came with the washer too, which is nice. Oh, it's starting to get cold again in here. All right, so we're gonna take a break from the video here to let this thing drain. It's gonna take a minute. And once this is fully drained, then we'll put the bolt back on, throw it some oil, and we'll go from there. Okay. All right, oil's done. We gave it actually an extra 10 minutes. So we did this for about 15 minutes. Just let it drain. It's super cold. So it's not a semi-warm engine where the oil can just drip out in 5 minutes and then you can do it. So we let it drain for about 15 minutes. There's no trickle or anything in it now. So it's good to go to button back up. So we're gonna hand thread the plug for the oil, and then we're gonna tighten it as best we can when that's done. And then we're gonna put the 4-stroke 10W40, and we'll go over that in a second. So we're gonna put the bolt on right now. So this calls for 1.6 quarts of oil. Those are the dogs. Emma's the white one, and then Emily's the brown one. Oh yeah, fresh oil. Perfect. I'll take that. Oh, you can just dump it. It'll chug. So here's the seafoam that I was talking about. This is the fuel additive that we're going to put in it. Now, it does specify, you know, how much to put in here per gallon, but we're using the umbilical. So the umbilical doesn't really have a specific amount that we're doing. So basically, we want to clean this carburetor best we can while we're running it. So I'm going to fill 50-50. So I'm going to put 50 of this in here. Well, not 50 of this, but I'm going to fill this up 50%, and then the other half with the 90 octane that we have. And then once we have that in there, we're going to flip the on-off fuel switch line so that it has fuel going to carburetor. I'm going to check to make sure we have leaks before we even do this, because I did not button any of this down. So we're going to check that first, and then we should be able to test fire this after that. And
I don't feel anything like it's loose.
And we're basically doing this because we know these carbs are gummed. So the more that we use of this, in theory, should help. Okay. Smells like gas in here now. That's great.
It smells amazing.
So we're going to put the fuel on. So now we know we have fuel going into the carb.
Oh, it's going just by gravity. It's going.
Yeah, so we'll open this up. There we go. Okay. I want to air this out a little bit. I got, we don't even have flame going here, so that's good.
Probably none of us realized that.
Probably a good idea.
It was all the way up here when we first started.
Boom!
At least we don't have another electrical spark from the battery. Last time, if you didn't go check out the second video, you'll see that does something, and we don't want that to do it again, especially with all this around. So,
all right, we're gonna open the garage just to be safe. I have a feeling it's gonna smoke. Here we go. This is it. All right, I'm not gonna get too excited. It will fire. I mean, it might take a couple of cranks. It just might be really, really smoky. So I'm not gonna get too excited. Yeah, you can give it a little.
there's a leak in here.
Where's the leak?
I saw it just drop, so it might
Where?
be from the...
Oh yeah. Okay, so we have first leak.
I wonder if it's not going, because there has been nothing.
That's fine. That's okay. Oh, there is a measurement on that thing. All right, I'm okay with that. I'm good. I'm good with that. All right, and we have that so we're not recording anything stupid. All right, go ahead.
It's not going back.
Are we in run?
Yep, no, we're not.
All right, go ahead and give it some. No throttle, just crank it. Okay.
I wonder why it's not going through here. You see what I mean? It's trailing from all the way up there.
Yeah, we have fuel leak from up there. Okay. Oh, maybe I should put the choke on. Duh. Maybe it really isn't getting any fuel. All right, I'm gonna shut this off for just a second. Okay.
So it's not there.
I know it's
Do you
getting fuel.
have, what is it called? Where was it? The shut off. Oh no, it's on that one, right?
Yeah, we got fuel going to it.
Is that the same stuff that you were spraying on it earlier?
Mm-hmm.
And it likes that stuff a lot.
It does.
Oh.
Take the fuel. That's all I want you to do is take the fuel. Just to show how probably really gummed up this is. We have to figure something out here. Could be getting closer.
Oh, it's getting there. It's taking it now. I'm watching the fuel.
It is not taking it. Damn! Come so close! Oh, you can only spray it with so much carb cleaner until you have to call it. And you know it. I know it. I know it. And a charging system on a bike. Damn. And now we're done. That's it. We can go no further. It has been confirmed. Carburetor is gummed up. Damn. All right. That's all we can do. So we had good luck going on this bike until today, and if it fired again, I'm happy it's firing. Just doesn't want to run, and that's just because the carbs are gummed up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a couple of cameras on the car. We're gonna blast the heat because it's a little cold in here. So we're gonna shut the main camera off. We're gonna keep the other cameras going, and we're gonna show us taking the carburetor off, and then that's how we'll end the video, is us showing the carburetor coming off, and then in the next video we'll show the carb cleaning. And then hopefully the next time that we get back onto the bike, weather permitting, we'll plug it back in and we'll have our first test fire, and that's it. That's all that this bike needs other than the gas tank clean out, which we're gonna have to wait till that gets warmer. But yeah, so thank you all for watching yet again another episode. So this is episode 3. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And yeah, tune in for episode 4 on the carb cleaning. Thank you all for watching. So it's a little loud in here. This is kind of some bonus footage for you. We did elect to take the carb off at the end of this video. And the only reason why we didn't really video it at first is because this carb is seriously gummed up. Like, these are the jets, and they were a pain to even get out. Like, you could even see how gummed up the jets were. Like, you could see in there, like, we're trying to get the top diaphragm off now. A lot of the parts, like, look inside the spring sprocket here. Super gummed up. And then there's some corrosion on the pin for the diaphragm. We found corrosion. And then this is the bottom of the float bowl. So it is super, like, we were able to blow air through these ports, and these aren't gummed up, but you can definitely tell just by looking at this. I should be able to see through that hole. You can actually see the gunk inside. Can't get it? And that's not just old gas, guys. That's corrosion too. Like, we found a lot of the screws holding the float bowl were rusted. So we're gonna have to figure out when we put this together. We're obviously not gonna reuse these screws because they were pretty soft. All right, we were able to get the top cracked open.
Coming off too.
Yeah, that's good. This might actually have a seal on it too. I'm not sure, or unless it's using a diaphragm.
I don't see a seal.
A lot of this. I mean, guys, this was draining. Careful of the diaphragm. You don't want to break this. This was draining really old gas.
That is anything.
Right, yep. No, that's fine. So we can take the diaphragm. Gotta be very careful. We ripped this. We're also screwed. It's kind of stuck. Right here, you want to hold this so that I'm gonna try to get this off.
I don't want to get oil all over your hands.
Yeah, everything is just. Try not to, if I rip this or put a tiny, oh, there we go. Yanked it loose. If I put a little hole in this will never work right again. Nice. Piece of cake. And that's really it.
Yeah, like, it looks really nice in here.
It's clean, yeah. The actual body itself is good. But the jet, I mean, I'm touching it and it's sticky. This would never have worked in the bike. So, that's really it. That's everything on this thing that needs to come off.
See, now how do we clean it?
We have to put in a carb cleaning solution, which we'll have to get. That'll be for next time. This is all we're doing on this because.
Alrighty.
Oh, this is for throttle adjustment right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is all going to sit in a carb clean. This is going to come out super clean when it's done. We're going to blow air through all of these ports, especially these things, because those have really fine, tiny holes. These are the jets. Like, you can see them just a little bit. Those are all clogged up. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. You can zoom in. Oh, there you go. Those have little tiny holes. Those all need to be cleaned. So the carb cleaning solution we're going to put in it. Where'd this come from? Where'd this washer come from? That's not good. Just put it in there for now. Alright. A little bit of bonus footage for you. Carbs disassembled, so now we just have to clean the carbs. Go from there. Thanks for watching.